I'm Michelle Lewich, the owner and director of River of Life Professional Counseling here in the greater Columbus, Ohio area. You may be wondering why even consider counseling, or why consider River of Life Professional Counseling as an option. I'd love to talk with you about those questions. You know, first of all, let's face it, talking to your family or friends can only go so far. They're right in the middle of the situation with you, and so they're going to have their own biases and ways of looking at things. What happens is that when you come to clinical counseling, a trained counselor can be an unbiased outsider, again, who's not there to mediate or referee or pick an opinion or get caught up in the middle of all of that. As a trained counselor, what's very helpful is that that person's able to be an empathic listener. Let's face it, most of us in life really have a hard time finding someone just to listen and really hear deep down the message that's deep within our hearts. That's part of the battle. Another reason why coming into counseling is important is because a trained professional clinical counselor will have a specific array of techniques that he or she can use, that they've learned through their graduate program, and that they can tailor to your specific situation. Why choose River of Life Professional Counseling? I think that's a wonderful question. There are several reasons why you might choose to come to River of Life Counseling. First of all, we like to tailor counseling to the individual specific situations that you're coming in for. Your presenting concerns, as we call it. Sometimes people will call in about a specific issue. For example, they may ask, how do you deal with someone who has depression? Or how do you counsel a marital couple with communication problems? Here at River of Life, though, we don't like to prescribe a certain type of treatment for every person in that situation because we believe that it's best to tailor the intervention to each individual. We consider your situation unique and different and like to meet you where you're at and where you're coming from. Another important thing as to why River of Life might be a choice for you is that we have counselors with differing backgrounds. For example, some of our counselors specialize in primarily working with children and families. Maybe they work more with the children and families than the older group, than the premarital or marital. We have other counselors who prefer to work with young adults or relational issues. And finally, different counselors tend to have different special focus topics that they have expertise in. For example, counselors can attend continuing education seminars and have specialized courses and training in particular areas. So you might find that one counselor specializes more in something like abuse and trauma. Another might specialize in dealing with anxiety or depression. So again, we like to try and match you up with someone who's specifically trained in the area or population that you're asking about. We have a team of people with a variety of backgrounds, and backgrounds that also supplement their clinical professional counseling training. For example, some of the people that work as part of our River of Life team have teaching certificates and have taught in the elementary or middle junior high schools as well. We have others that have a ministry or religious training background. And finally, we've had some that have worked in the healthcare or nursing field. So they may have some little extra things to combine or add, even with the clinical counseling, that may be of special interest to you, depending on your specific situation. But the most important thing about why you may want to choose River of Life Professional Counseling is that we have a team of people who genuinely are concerned and make it part of their life's calling, really, and their mission, just to be there for you along that journey towards your emotional healing. From the first time that you come in, they're concerned about your presenting concern and walking you through the process from learning life skills and ways to manage those issues so that you're better able to deal with them on your own. You know, the fact of the matter is you don't have to do it alone. A lot of times we feel like it's embarrassing to reach out to someone else or even admit that we have a need or concern. We might even feel like, gosh, am I weak if I approach a counselor? Well, we hope to alleviate some of those concerns that you might have. Feel free to give us a call if you have any questions, and we'll be glad to fill you in on more information and walk you through the process toward your emotional healing. Our phone number here in Columbus, Ohio is 614-353-4157. Thank you for considering River of Life Professional Counseling.